Well, that's just grand. I guess I'll call that a draw.
Under the orders of Inquisitor Toth, the citizens of Tartarus have begun a mass exodus of the planet. Such an action can lead to disaster in the best of situations. But the reports reaching my ears are ones of planet-wide hysteria as the population makes its pilgrimage to the two main spaceports. Convoys of transports and civilians on foot are being plagued by attacks from Orc forces. Stretched thin, the Imperial Guard is barely keeping order in the major population centers, sacrificing their lives long enough to hold back the green tide of the Orcs. They are truly warriors of the Emperor. I wish for nothing more than to be able to join them in this noble cause. But I cannot deny my duty any more than they can deny theirs. We have found proof that the forces of chaos are operating on the planet of Tartarus. Isidore has found evidence on the blasphemous altar that indicates they may be headed towards Mount Korath, an old mountain located dangerously close to an area of heavy Orc activity. I have requested a regiment of Imperial Guard from Colonel Brom to help cover our approach. I regret asking when the Colonel's forces are already stretched to the breaking point, but there are greater things at stake now.
Lovely. So we I'm sorry. So we went from here to here, basically. Chaos and the other here. The others are here. Looks like they might be pinching the force here. And it looks like this is the evacuation routes for the civilians to the Imperial strongholds, and they're being attacked by Orcs the entire way. Pretty dire situation.
Exalted Farseer, the humans are moving, traversing the slope as you predicted. They are walking into our trap.
Yes, but you can never ambush a space marine. Remember that. They expect treachery at every turn. You can only validate their suspicions.
Your orders?
We have locked the humans into this path as they have locked us into ours. They know they enter a gauntlet, and they will likely drag us into it as well. Now we play our parts, and pray that we are the better actors.
Lovely.
Are you certain?
Yes, the path to Mount Korath. This is where the altar said we must go. Why? Do you question my findings?
I do not question your abilities, Brother Librarian, but I do question their tactical sense. That mountain pass is the perfect location for an ambush.
Listen to the distrust in his voice. He probably calls you mutant behind your back. But he fears your divinity, your power. You must put the child at ease.
I do not deny that this is likely a trap, which is all the more proof that our enemy lies in this direction.
Very true, old friend. Stay alert and follow my lead. I want no mistakes.
Agreed.
Scouts, are you in position?
Yes, my lord. We have discovered the location of the first Eldar forces.
We must find a way to overcome this Eldar strike force.
Why is it standing completely
before we
still?
can scout out a good location
It's
to
odd.
stage our field operations.
You see that? They're like standing completely still. Like they're not even moving. They could be statues for all I know. Frozen carbonite or something. I don't know. Oh wait. Oh, okay. So their knees are moving. Okay, they're still alive. Awesome.
We are the Emperor's
I
chosen.
am the instrument of his
Direct
will.
us to the enemy.
Okay, so we will attach
Praise
you
the
to
Emperor.
this squad, and we will
Hope
attach
is the
you
first
to
step
this
on the road
squad.
to
We'll
disappointment.
have the Dreadnought go in front of all of us. We will then attack initially using the Dreadnought. We'll attack the field marines coming from behind, and then we will drop a bunch of assault marines on their heads.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbound and unguarded.
I'll let you play this quickly. Assault marines focus on dealing with the Guardians. You here, main space from force focus on the Dark Legions.
My faith is my shield.
Well, that's just grand. I guess I'll call out a draw.
Scouts here. Attack!
Hope is the first step on the road to
Hopefully
disappointment.
the assault marines make good melee units and taking out yet more Dreadnought.
Hide it well. This structure is a webway portal. The Eldar use them to quickly travel from one location to another. We must destroy any webway portals we find to limit the Eldar's mobility. None can stand before us.
Hopefully.
None can stand before us.
Faith is our shield.
They have trouble people.
This is a good location to establish a field base. Gabriel to the Litany of Fury. Lock on my location and prepare to drop HQ. Now.
I await your instructions.
Hope is the first step on the
Well,
road
let's
to
establish a
disappointment.
perimeter, get these positions up and running.
Scouts ready.
Walk softly.
See if we can
Carry a
secure
big
it.
gun.
Clearly jumping on it would be the best option. Oh my.
For the glory of the
Be wary
Imperium.
of him.
What's your order? We will crush the enemies of the
My faith is my shield.
ever vigilant.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Direct us to the enemy.
Position secure.
Space Marines, advance!
We stand ready. Taking haste.
Scouts in position.
Area secure.
Scouts advance.
Fear not the psycho.
Alright, so far so good.
Harrison Road, Isis. At your command.
Beware the Empire.
This might be too much for us. Let's fall back for now.
To the skies.
Scouts in position.
Fall back, we get to make a
My faith is my shield.
attacks.
Praise the Emperor. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, their
Knowledge is innocent.
Here to serve. I will do as
No
you
such
ask.
thing as innocence. Only to reason.
We have tanks.
stands with me shall be.
We have melted bombs.
While the enemies of the Emperor still now that we have established our field base, we must continue to today the enemy shall no fear. Expect heavy resistance. Make sure you move cautiously.
An open mind
keep
is
the
like a
field base
fortress
protected
with its gates
at all
unbarred and
times.
unguarded.
To the skies.
My faith is my shield.
Didn't expect them to launch
One broken.
Let's counterattack so quickly.
Venerate the immortal emperor.
Yes, my lord. Orders received.
Beware.
Look at that. How am I supposed to fight that?
Most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
Scouts here. What would you think? Scouts ready.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Venerate the immortal
Scouts in
Emperor.
position.
Really?
Fear not the Psyker.
My lords, I have arrived at your request. We need you to cover the Eastern Pass. The combat that is occurring here will likely attract the Orc forces nearby. On alert, brothers. We cannot the enemy must be nearby.
I understand.
I shall
You can
obey.
count on the Imperial
As you
Guard to
wish.
hold this pass. No orcs will get by us.
Keep me appraised of the situation.
There
If
is no
possible,
such
I
thing
will
as
provide you
innocence.
assistance
Men,
if the
we
orcs attack.
Yes, my lord.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Strong up long enough for those Imperial Guard forces to get into position.
Venerate
Otherwise
the
all is
immortal
lost.
Squad morale restored!
Fear not the Psyker.
Men, we must
Of
withdraw!
course, it'll take you a sweet time to get up there.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. Praise the Emperor.
Into the fray!
Get those tanks up, please.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Walk softly and carry a big gun. He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Expect to such a fortified position over there. Oh, great. We need power. Just great.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Of course, it's way too expensive, but it would be totally worth it if we could get it up, so I guess I'll save up for it. This is
Scouts here.
madness. Lost on tile 4 and almost lost the entire battle, basically, because they charged us with a bunch of grab tanks. How are you missing? These Cleveland Glass clearly firing in the blind here.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Scouts here. On patrol.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Oh wait. Well, we have now lost another squad. And these Cleveland Glass still have the aim of stormtroopers.
My
No,
faith is my shield.
that would be
For the
insulting.
Emperor.
Stormtroopers. This is pretty bad.
The Emperor protects.
Taking heavy fire!
And the Imperial Guardsmen force going to go down, but that's kind of their job.
Knowledge is power.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. Walk softly and carry a big gun. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. Beware.
I gotta take too much fire.
Here to serve.
Build it yet. Yes.
Initializing build protocol.
Beware.
Maybe if I drag them closer
For the
to...
Emperor. Follow my lead. For the Emperor. I serve
Here to
mankind.
Worst aim ever. I get how it works like long-range artillery, but I think artillery is going to be accurate, especially when firing blind. They're not firing blind, we have a definite fire. I mean, imagine playing War Thunder, not being able to hit a target like right there, hitting to its side. How do you even do that? The shells are apparently so powerful that they launch
Be
the
my brother.
They launch the tanks into the air. That's awesome. Oh wait.
Yes.
Alright, so now we have all the power we could possibly want and more.
Dino Psycho.
This day shall be a glorious one for
Fortify
the
these
Imperial.
positions. Establish a front line.
While the enemies of the Emperor still
Still
draw
win this. Oh, I'm gonna be a victim of friendly fire.
Follow my lead. For terror.
Try to lay
Lead
that.
softly. Carry a big
Venerate the immortal Emperor. There is no such thing as innocence. Only to reason.
Today the enemy
How
shall
can I
fear.
Like the orcs there. How'd you get all
I will
the...
see that it happens.
I-
The Emperor protects.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
Fall back!
I await your instructions.
Hopefully your building ability
Yes,
is
most
not
beneficent one.
affected by your morale. Otherwise that would be pretty
Yes,
bad.
Lord.
I stand ready. My knowledge is at your disposal.
Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, most beneficent one.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. I shall never tire.
Heavy support available.
Oh, now they're under my command? Awesome. Hey, I told you to go. It's clear the developers put little time into these little one tanks before the Imperial Guard became an actual faction. And I can understand that, but still, this is just terrible. Okay, so now we're in a giant deficit here. We need to capture some more points. That's the closest point. Let's have you guys just wipe out all those guys now.
There is no such thing
We can
as
actually
innocence,
make some
only
headway
degrees of
out.
guilt.
Armor reporting. On our way. You've got it. Taking heavy fire.
I am suspecting that it wasn't supposed to advance as quickly as I did. Oh, yeah, you are absolutely right. Very inaccurate when
On our way. Prepare the battle cannon.
blind.
Prepare the battle cannon.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Thanks to me.
Yes, most beneficent one.
And fought to lose those
Heavy
positions.
support available. On our way. Taking hits. Moving out.
Hope is the first step on the road to physical light. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Please, just kill the weapon. Kill the weapon great so we can fall back and support our real before it gets wiped. Damn it. Of course they got the position.
Yes, Lord. I
You're the
await
only one
your
left.
instructions.
This day shall be a glorious one for the
Heavy
Imperial.
support available.
All forces are there, but I don't know how many are in fact there.
On our way.
So I'm not gonna even
Yes,
dare try to
Lord.
risk that.
Praise the Emperor. Faith and duty for the honor of the chapter. For the honor of the chapter.
Yep, seeing out the last mission was super easy, I guess this is just penance for that. So yeah, he's gonna constantly try to take that point, so... I think we set this up though. That should
Walk
cover
softly
most of our power
and carry a big gun.
problems.
Here to serve.
Lovely.
Raymond Russ here. Armor reporting. Raymond Russ here. Taking heavy fire.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
How many rangers do they have?
For the Emperor.
God, 10. Lovely. Alright, let's get that operational. You can pay for that. Oh, tank.
I see.
Taking heavy fire.
Good to set up a
I await your instructions.
anti-tank bunker there.
The area is secure.
My faith is
Turn.
my shield.
Venerate the immortal Emperor. I cannot prevail.
What did you say?
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Fall back. You know what? You? Here we go. To the light there.
Fall back and regroup.
An My mind is focused and ready for action.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Taking heavy fire.
Here to serve.
Maybe they...
As you wish. Exist to serve.
Okay, now he's going to do anything like this.
Squad morale restored.
That's pretty bad if your tanks can get killed by small arms fire. Though these all bolter rounds
Praise the
aren't to be
Emperor.
underestimated.
Space Marines, advance!
And unfortunately, wants to HQ.
Here to serve.
Chaplain yet? Oh, Chapel Barracks.
Knowledge is power. Hide it
That's set up.
I await your
Houston was
instructions.
damaged.
As you wish.
Don't want to lose these tanks. These tanks are actually quite good.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. For the honor of the chapter.
Back, we have built these turrets. We might as well use them.
For the honor of the chapter. Confirmed. Praise the Emperor.
Have fun with that.
Taking damage.
Praise the
You see how
Emperor.
quickly we took them
Confirmed.
down. That was insane. Alright. Now, no base of operations started now. Apparently they're gonna make us buy the commando unit now. They're not gonna give it this, or give us the commando unit default now, which sucks, but whatever.
Yes, most
I guess we can't use them as
one.
cannon fodder anymore.
Yes, Lord.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
An open mind is like a
I'd
fortress
love to start
with its
probing
gates
in these
unbarred and
positions, but we
unguarded.
just don't have the resources for that. So we have to be patient and wait. I'd prefer to do that with scouts, but unfortunately we don't have any. And that would delay the production of this monastery HQ, so we're going to just wait and be patient. And use the force.
This
Yeah, I saw
day
Rogue
shall
One.
be a
It's
glorious
pretty
one for
good,
the
I have to
Imperium.
say.
Lehman Russ here.
Pretty...
Lehman Russ here.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty solid movie. I was thinking about making a review for it, but I changed my mind. I was just like, there was like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of YouTubers putting reviews out. I'm not even gonna bother. What good does my opinion have over everyone else's? Alright,
My knowledge is at your disposal.
should be ready to strike any moment now. Yeah, hopefully Dawn of War 3 is good. Because even this game, coming back out in 2000, I think it was 2006, it's still pretty fun and still gets to scale right. So I don't, I'm hoping that,
Here to serve.
what is it? Well, it doesn't mess this up, so just crossing my fingers here.
The enemy is attacking.
Once we get dreadnoughts, we should be able to stop it.
Praise the Emperor. Today the enemy shall know fear.
Pushing this sounds good to me.
This day shall be a glorious one for the
Knowledge is
Imperium.
power. Hide it well. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Praise the Emperor.
Of course they went after my missile launcher guy for
Knowledge is
this.
power.
That only makes sense.
Knowledge is power.
This this guy with the missile launcher, kill him, not everyone else.
I await your instructions.
Yeah, we got plenty of power. As soon as we get the dreadnoughts out, we should be able to start advancing. Probably going to take over this point first, so I'll probably take out the orcs. Free up these tanks here. It's still really just a defensive means at this point. just designed to hold this position. Actually, we could get those and increase our revenue, but then we have to take away from building these bloody dreadnoughts, and we need the dreadnoughts. Land speeder, why would we need that? But it'll take if we do the full. Yes, we can. Stuff is going to need to get real very quickly. I want it to be out of the way and not blocking anything, so... No, there'll have been instances in, like, Dark Crusade where I just, like, boxed in my entire forces, so... They even have, like, little light effects, you can see that. Still looks pretty good for a game that came out in 2006, though I'm pretty sure they probably added more textures to it, I would imagine.
Fear not the Psycho.
Oh, have a grenade.
Charge!
I am ready to serve again.
Yay. You always like it when people can serve again, so... Yeah, nowhere near enough to afford that.
Taking damage. Command me.
Well, let's begin our assault.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
I am the instrument of his will. The enemy is attacking. Command me. I am the instrument of his will.
Step on the road.
See those grenades.
Even in death I still serve. It is better to die for the Emperor than for himself.
Well, this is going quite well, quite handily. I am hungry, apparently. Oh, wait. 400.
Yes, Lord.
Even in death I still serve.
Charge!
Indeed.
I am the instrument of his will.
Indeed you are, indeed you are.
Feel my wrath.
I believe how important sound is to a video. Like, I've literally been trying for ever
Taking damage.
to get... I'm sorry. I need to get something to eat after this. But, I am just constantly surprised at how much sound matters in videos as even I haven't mastered that.
Feel my wrath.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
I am the instrument of his will. Even in death I still serve.
Just the major problem with the campaign is just the fact that it is... The Space Marines are strong, they are tanky, even on insane difficulty, but the game unfortunately doesn't allow them to get the tankier abilities until halfway through the campaign, meaning that you're playing with a heavily nerfed force. Is it actually really fun? Oh, the stun's still good. That's nice. Just use these more frequently. Just can auto cast them.
Even in death I still serve.
Praise the Emperor.
I am ready to serve again.
Feel my wrath. None
Oh, we can actually get twin-link las cannons now. Effective against vehicles, but they don't deploy that many vehicles, so I don't really think it's necessary.
I await your instructions.
And the already degrading. Really, 14? That's pretty bad.
Command me.
Feel my wrath.
The enemy is attacking!
I stand ready.
I am the instrument of his will. I am
Ability
ready
to destroy someone for
by his will.
very
Taking damage!
big distance is, or very long
I am the
distance
instrument of his
is
will.
preferable
None can stand before us.
than
Fear
fight.
no
Wait, what is going on here?
Heavy support available! Heavy support available!
No, it's just the orcs ruining everything. No way. No matter. We'll deal with them now.
Command me. I shall end you.
We set up a defensive position there.
Yes,
We
most
will
beneficent one.
then move to wipe out the orcs from the table, basically.
Initializing build protocol.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.